All right, all right. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, SHA Blessing. I'm in the building. I'm here to tap in and talk to you a little bit about what's been going on, what I've been seeing, what I've been thinking, what's on my mind. The just want to build with you a little bit. I was thinking about going live, but I don't know if I want to do that just yet. You know, right? Because there's so much going on, and we're observing and we're witnessing so many things. So what we have to do is just take into account of the things we see and what's going on, and take inventory of that, and really get you a circle of people that you trust and they trust you, where you can build and bounce things off of. Because it's so important to have people in your circle that you trust, because they can see things that you may not be able to see. And you can see things that they may not be able to see. This is why the priesthood or the priestesshood always has a circle of sisters or brothers that they have. Some call it a brotherhood, some call it a sisterhood. Whatever that clan is that you connect with, make sure the agenda is proper. All right. And the reason why I say that is because, I've been traveling. I haven't left the States. I left the States, but I haven't left the States. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, oh, you left America. And all my shit is still in America. I took a break from the United States. I had to, as we all do. We have to take a break from that demon that's sitting in the hot seat that has been on our necks, just to see and expand our consciousness in our mind and build with other cultures and creeds and different people, to see that there's more to this world than what they're saying. Okay. And so I like to connect with other people. I try. And I've noticed a strong disconnect. The more I travel outside, the more disconnected we are as a people. We're isolated, right? We're strangers everywhere. This is the one thing that I found out. And we become clannish or cliquish, which, it's understandable. When you're in a different place, you don't know the culture, you don't know the language. So you try to cleave to other people who are more like you. But that could be a catch-22 as well, because then you become stuck in that particular paradigm of mind thought. We don't expand. And I'm really trying my best to expand, right? So my moon is progressed in Sagittarius right now on the tropical side, but it's in Scorpio on the sidereal side, right? So Scorpio gives you the ability to dive deep, to go into the subconscious mind and get to the root and the truth of things. And sometimes it's a painful process in order to transform or transmute your energy. You got to face the hard, dark truth. You got to travel into the abyss of the underworld, right? That's Scorpionic energy. When you cross over and you get into Sagittarius energy, the adventurer, the philosopher, the traveler, right? Sagittarius needs to roam. Sagittarius needs to explore, because it rules higher mental explorations, higher consciousness, right? I compare Sagittarian energy with Aquarian energy. It's very close in nature, whereas it's all about the knowledge, right? One has knowledge to learn and know for itself, Aquarius, and the other one has knowledge to expand and teach, Sagittarius. That's how I look at that. So utilizing that information of astrology on both timelines, sidereal and tropical, I'm able to walk in and find my truth and understand why I am where I am right here and now. It just gives explanation to a lot of what's going on, right? So a couple of months ago, MahMah Tea made a video about, a lot of things about to be exposed. People are coming out. Karma's being dealt. Karma is good and not so good, right? Karma is good karma. There's good, great karma, and there's payback karma, depending upon how you walk on this planet. When I was young, I was always afraid to get in trouble, right? But I used to remember there was a time I was like, I don't know, 8, 9 years old. I was getting a beating every day because I would lie. I wouldn't tell the truth because I was scared of getting a beating. But then I get caught in the lie and get a beating anyway, right? And so one day my uncle sat down with me, and he was a Capricorn. And he said, listen, if you tell the truth, you won't get in trouble. I didn't trust his ass because he was mean. Capricorn, some of y'all mean as fuck. Y'all know. But he was mean. And he was my first example of Saturn energy, Capricorn, right? I'm young. I was raised with a family Wasn't my family. Well, my family, my grandmother's sister's family. I was raised by them from the ages of 4 to 18. And I was under this heavy Saturn influence because this man was, we ain't gonna get into him. But anyway, but he did sit me down, Capricorn. He said, listen, reason why you getting in trouble is because you lying. You tell the truth, you won't get in trouble. You know, you young, you getting in shit, whatever. So one day I did something. I can't remember what I did. So I'm young, like 10, 9, 10. And all of a sudden, it felt like I was in front of the world court. It was him, his wife, my cousins, and they all knew the truth. And they asked me, did you do such and such? And I'm there, I get to rock it. You know, when you're a kid, you get to rock it. And I get to rock it. And then I remember what he said, you tell the truth, you won't get in trouble. So I told the truth, and I admitted what I did. And I didn't get in trouble. And he said, all right, that's what I'm talking about. See, you told the truth. We got to respect that. Now, they gave me a little scolding. You know, you ain't supposed to do that. Don't do that again. Go ahead. And I was like, I'm not going to get it. I ain't going to get a whooping. They're like, no, you told the truth. Just don't do the shit again. And after that, I got it. I fucking got it. So I try to live by that, right? The best way I can. Now, do I lie or anything? No, I don't lie. I just won't answer. I'll just be like, no comment, right? No comment. But I'm not going to go out and lie. That means you got to go find out for yourself, because I'm not going to tell you certain things that I may know that incriminate somebody, get somebody in trouble, especially if they trusted me with the information. And I'm like, you're going to have to go ask them. That's my answer. Did you know such and such did this? You know, something? You gonna have to go talk to them. That's my answer to that, right? So when you live by a code of honor through experience, you do better. You do better, right? Am I perfect? Hell no, I'm not perfect. I make a lot of mistakes. We all do. But the thing is, are we learning? Are we learning from them? You know, it's a lot of people. I know a lot of people, but I only have very few friends. I don't even think I have a handful. I got a finger or two. And I do have a couple of sisters that I keep tight around me because I trust them. When you don't have trust, it's very hard for you to deal with people. So you look at their character, you see how they're living, right? And you see what they're doing. You see the energy around them. You know, your fruits are produced by your labor. The things that you do, you're going to produce either good fruit or bad fruit. When you see people always talking shit, always talking mess, always messy, always, you know, that you could tell that they're not living right. Right? You got people who are pretty on the outside and filthy on the inside, don't even know how to take care of themselves naturally. Doing a lot. You could tell the proof is always in the pudding. Okay. How they live. I changed how I lived years ago, right? I'm 56 years old. And this is because I decided to live a certain life years ago. I decided to have principles and morals years ago. And I never was messy. Never would. Well, listen to gossip. Hell yeah, I'm gonna listen to the tea, baby. I got my cup right here. I'm gonna listen to the tea, but I'm not gonna spread it and do this and that. Nah, no, I'm not doing that because I like to watch the movie. Shout out to my sister, Seek Wisdom. Popcorn and chill, honey. Popcorn and chill. And we watching a movie. So back to what I'm saying about a group of people that you really trust in your circle, keep them. Keep them, because they're always gonna, you know, you're gonna get disagreements with your people. You're supposed to, right? You're supposed to, because it helps balance you and bring growth. But when it's a constant bicker, when it's a constant trauma, when it's a constant, you see them trying to, you know, do things with your psyche, or it's just weird. The energy feels weird time and time again. Well, then those ain't your people. You know, you gotta trust that. And me, I have a hard time getting over that. Like in sidereal, my South Node is in Libra, South Node in Libra, North Node in Aries. I gotta go out this thing alone. I can't always have a group of people or partnership or someone with me on my scale. I gotta balance myself and use the knowledge of truth and justice to progress forward and be a fighter for that, right? That's Aries. So I'm embracing all of this now. So it's never too late to embark upon your North Node. It's never too late to embark upon your purpose, because when you do, the universe will support you and open doors for you. Okay, and always try to work with the inner eye and seeing things for what they are, and trust what you see and feel. You know, I'm very sensitive. I got spidey senses. They sometimes they alarm, especially with the full moon. I was in Virgo, right on my Venus, right? Just all I was wondering why I'm feminine. And I was like, this moon, I'm a Cancer, right? So regulated by the moon, it's gonna heighten the energy, is going to bring it in fullness, it's going to bring it in fruition. And cleanliness is a big thing with me. So I travel a lot. And if I could walk into a place and feel the filth. And I've noticed a lot of people in places and things are pretty on the outside, filthy as fuck on the inside. I'm walking in, you know, you see the pictures on the Airbnbs and they looking beautiful, and you walk in there and you could just feel, I said, place ain't clean. I could feel it on the soles of my feet. I'm not even barefoot. I could walk on the floor. I'm like, they ain't sweep this floor. They ain't mop this floor. They didn't do shit. I go into the bathroom. I mean, oh, that's a pet peeve of mine. I don't like filthy shit, filthy people, filthy. I can't stand that shit. And ask some of these children that I raised back in the day, they know I was a tyrant with that. Some of them may not be talking to me right now. That was hard as hell on them kids. I'm coming home every day, and this house filthy as fuck. I'm going the hell off. That's just what mamas do. We don't lay in filth. We ain't pigs. But enough of that. But damn, I come into this house looking like hell. Y'all done got all this shit all over the place, and I'm working all day and come home and y'all just happy and shit. Anyway, that bothers me. But anyway, but back to what I'm talking about. Like, you know, keep your circle tight and keep your tribe, you know, question everything, y'all. You just question everything. Read between the lines, read what's being said and not being said. Look at the characters of the people that surround you. Are they being consistent? And what are they pushing? Who are they associated with? What's going on? You keep on hearing things, scandals about people coming one after the other, one after the other. Eventually, this shit is gonna stick one day. Why are you always a scandalous mess? You know, why all this stuff is happening to you? There's some people that have been out here for a long time. You don't hear them associated with that shit. They're not involved in that. But there's always that same, like, y'all got to pay attention to certain things. And sisters, please be careful who you're giving your power to. I just want y'all to understand, especially women, right? I'm here for the sisters more than anything else, because we have been beaten down the most. We have been clobbered the most, and we have been put under the spell the most. Even look at your Willie Lynch, right? They talk about the Willie Lynch. Who did they went and got the brother tied into this, but the sister and the child, they had to make sure the woman was pregnant with the child, even though if it's real or if it's not real. But think about the tactics that they used, right? To perpetuate the fear. It's through the woman. If a woman perpetuates fear, she has such a strong spiritual influence. She's so magnetic, right? She absorbs. She's so empathic. She doesn't realize her power to project like a full moon. So sisters, be careful of the energy that's around you, that you are absorbing, that you are receiving. Water energy that's in your waters. Be careful of the waters that you're traveling in. Come on now, you got to see this. And I'm going to say this, you know, be mindful of the fear mongers. We all know the world ending. We all know that. But what they're not telling you is simultaneously there's a world emerging. So if they want you constantly focusing on what's ending and not what's emerging, and you should be able to see what side they're on. Because if someone is, you know, fear mongers, you know who they really are? They're pimps. Saturn rules fear. Capricorn ruled by Saturn. Shout out to a sister I know who said, Saru, Capricorns are the pimps of the zodiac. I use that from time to time. And because the mantra for Capricorn is I use, and Saturn rules fear. So if you're utilizing fear, you're pimping people for profit. 9 times out of 10, somebody who's always pushing fear, I guarantee you they have a service that they're trying to sell you to help you get out of the fear that they're projecting. Come on, man. That's not cool. That's not cool. That karma gonna fuck y'all up in the long, because check this out. Saturn is the planet of karma. In tropical, Saturn is in Pisces, the sign of spirituality, right? Artistry, vision, things of that nature. But the subconscious mind, Pisces is the subconscious mind. Let me show you how Western astrology, or the powers that be, create alchemy or magic. Pisces roots magic ahead of time. They jump a timeline 24 degrees ahead of time. So by the time Saturn really reaches that point in Vedic astrology or sidereal astrology, which is where the planets actually are in the sky, that will begin to manifest. So I'm going to just tell you all this right now. In tropical astrology, while Saturn is transiting through Pisces, it's a magic spell time of planting seeds of karma. And if you're planting seeds of fear and fear mongering and deception, or trying to use or utilize people for hidden agendas, by the time Saturn crosses over into Pisces in about 2 years, on the Vedic side or sidereal side, all them seeds you planted will begin to manifest. Because right now in sidereal, Saturn is in Aquarius. This is where truth. Aquarius is the sign of truth. Aquarius is the sign of the rebellion, the rebellious one, right? Aquarius rules the masses. Saturn is also bringing responsibility and accountability to the masses, meaning you need to be accountable for yourself now. You need to seek out the truth for yourself now and utilize it for you, not only just for you, but how also you're going to bring it to the collective. Saturn goes from Capricorn, the feminine sign, to a masculine sign in Aquarius, right? Meaning that it's action oriented, it's in front. Feminine is more behind the scenes. It's magnetic, it's receptive. It's manifesting as well with it being Capricorn, but with it being in Aquarius, it's air, it's intellectual, it's cerebral. Air also rules communications, things that you say, things that you think, things that you relate to, right? These are your trine. This is your air trine energy of Aquarius, the relations or the collective, right? So you're dealing with that part, and then you're looking at Gemini, which is what you speak, what you write, right? How you commute or communicate. Then you're looking at the other air sign, which is Libra, which you're relating to, which you're balancing to. So when we look at this thing like this, we use it elemental and we merge them together, you're actually going to see what's happening now. And when it actually does shift into that Pisces, that's when the shit is gonna actually manifest, right? I hope you're following me. I hope I'm not losing you, because when the shit comes, this is how I did that. But anyway, this is what I'm trying to say in regards to watching people who are projecting what they're projecting now, watching people who are saying what they're saying now, watching the mess, watch what's being uncovered about people, right? Because in tropical, they're planting these seeds. But when the sidereal planetary position comes, those seeds will manifest into its reality. We're going to see a lot of stuff by then, right? So got to be careful how you walk. And when you walk, just be real, like be as honest as you can with yourself, right? With yourself. And therefore, you have no choice but to attract those people in that collective, in that like-minded state, right? And it's this, we as Black people, so-called Black people, I don't want y'all coming here correcting me. They're Black this and they're Black this. Shut up. You know what I'm talking about. But we as Black people, we've been fucked up the most on this planet, right? White people, don't you come with your shit either, because I ain't talking about you right now. Okay, I'm talking about the people who share my complexion. We have been so affected by so many various systems globally that we have found ourselves walking in this unconscious self-hate state. And we are looking to be accepted and loved, and just recognize that sometimes we go into things that are detrimental to ourselves. You know, karma is on us the most because we're the oldest. You know, your firstborn has a lot of responsibility. And you were given a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom. And we are sharing people. We share. We love to share. We're inclusive. We're not exclusive. And that could be a little detriment to us. We're very inclusive. We love everybody. We bring everybody in. We share everything with everybody. We invite everybody to the barbecue. We do. And then talk about the food afterwards. This is what we do, right? But we have to be a little smarter in how we do things these days and times, because things are coming full circle. And the reason why we fell is being revealed now. And we can't continue to do the same things over and over again and expect different results. There's so many brilliant minds in our community, and we fall victim. We fall on our own sword because of our pride and our ego. And a lot of you brothers out there, you were given positions to teach and to share. And a lot of you took advantage of that because of your nature to dominate and to control. And that is why you fall, right? Many of you look at women the way Europeans look at you. It seemed like the oppressor creates the victim, and the victim becomes the oppressor to the one next to it. This is a psychopathic cycle. But the original oppressor was men over women. And then another man came and oppressed you. And you've been trying to get up under his thumb, but you can't. So you oppress her. And then the woman, sometimes you oppress your children. We got to get off this cycle. We got to get off this shit, y'all. Because it's what is it doing to us as a race of people on this planet, right? We all got the same arms, legs, eyes, and this and that. We got different colors, and we definitely have different blood types. We got different chemistries, and we can't eat the same thing. We can't do the same thing. We can't drink the same thing. So we have differences, but your differences doesn't make one superior over the other. It just makes you a variant. But it comes a problem when one wants to dominate the other. That's a problem. Dominate yourself. Get yourself out your shit. Show me that. But don't blame the other for your downfall when it was you that created it in the first place. A lot of us are in situations we created, right? We get involved with certain people. We know they ain't shit, but you get involved with them anyway. And then when they show you they ain't shit and leave you with shit, all you want to do is talk shit about them. But you got involved with the shit in the first place, right? I guess you thought you was different. I guess you thought you could fix this nigga, right? Or you could fix this woman. I don't even call y'all niggas. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is how we talk with each other, right? Ain't no fixing nothing. You got to fix yourself, and then you might attract the right one that's on your frequency, on your vibration, right? Doesn't make you better than the other, but you got to know what you want to deal with in your life. That's why I am the most singlest one out here. Oh, the single lady. Oh, I'm super single. I don't like being with people no more. In relationships no more. I'm in a relationship with myself, and I love being in a relationship with myself, right? Because I'm learning me. I'm evolving myself. I'm expanding who I am, and I am traveling and doing things that I may not have done if I was with someone. I'm embracing this side of myself to learn myself. And when the time is right, that right person will come who's on the same frequency and vibration I am, and we can expand that together, right? And that's kind of where I want to leave you guys with, merging with the right energy so you can expand, not contract or constrict or lessen or take away or block or hinder. All of that shit ain't growth. So I know I spoke a lot of things. It just went on and on off the top of my head off of things, but it's something I wanted to share with y'all, right? Something that I want to build with y'all with. And I want you to really just think about some of the things I said and try to move with progression, not regression. Be mindful of those who's pumping and selling, pimping fear and hope, fear mongers, and making you think the only way you could get out of it is by getting a service with them. That's horrible. That's horrible. If you're providing something that's really helping people, awesome. You don't need to use fear to get that, because I provide a service that helps people. And the last thing I ever push is fear. I tell the truth, how I see it, utilizing me as SHA BLYSS or MahMah Tea, right? Even when I do MahMah Tea, I let everybody know I'm using the age filter to tap into an ancestral power to bring you this message that I've been saying all along, but somehow it's easier to receive when I go into character or in the avatar as MahMah Tea. But MahMah Tea is SHA BLYSS. We one and the same. Those DNA ancestral energies that's in you is being activated and needs to come out now. The old you needs to be renewed into the new you, because we're going into a new form of existence. This earth is vibrating whether we like it or not. And it's going to raise in this frequency whether we like it or not. And there's a transformation that's going to be taking place on this globe whether we like it or not. Whether it's flat, whether it's round, whether it's dome, whether whatever it is, it is. You so trying to fucking figure out what it is, you don't even know who you are and where you fit in the role of this thing. How about that? How about focusing on who am I and how am I infused in this? Because you here right now. There's some brilliant minds out here, incredible minds out here. No one is perfect, so you need to stop putting people on pedestals of perfection, because that doesn't exist. Everyone is a work in progress. You shouldn't be idolizing anyone or anything. You should be working on yourself. You should be utilizing the information that they're giving you to help you transform yourself. Or else you're turning them into another religious being, like all the ones that came before. All the spiritual teachers that came before came to teach you. But somehow, some way, human beings turn them into these deities when they're just teachers, just like you are and should be. Once you learn how to teach yourself, and you can share with others. Knowledge is supposed to be shared, not kept to yourself. But there's some things that shouldn't be shared with people who are not mature, spiritually matured, are ready to receive it. Because if they're vibrating so low, they'll manipulate the energy and use it against you. And eventually it will turn back and bring karma onto them. So with that being said, y'all think about these things that I'm saying, that I'm sharing, whether it's through SHA BLYSS or MahMah Tea. The knowledge is there. The information is there. And I've never self-proclaimed myself to be anything but a Sybil. And who's a Sybil? An oracle, one who's connected and speaks the truth, who speaks prophecy, so things that they can feel and see. And they are women. The original oracles of this planet are women. And it comes through a bloodline. My grandmother was one. I'm sure her grandmother was one. All the way to the first mothers that came out of the premortal waters. We called her mommy. Mommy. So I'm gonna leave y'all with that one, okay? And sisters, wake up the Sybil in you. Wake up the one in you. Wake up that divine premortal mommy in you. All right, y'all. That's it. SHA BLYSS signing out. Love y'all. Peace.